So more now of my exclusive sit-down this afternoon with Vice President Mike Pence, and fascinating look at our future relationship with Iran, and new questions tonight if this White House is urging the people of Iran to push out the Ayatollah, as Secretary of State Mike Pompeo is now threatening Iran with North Korea-style sanctions. I asked Vice President Pence about that. With regard to Iran, Secretary of State Pompeo today tweeted to the Iranian people, really, do you want your country to be known as co-conspirator with Hezbollah, Hamas, the Taliban? The president a couple weeks ago said, reclaim your heritage. Is this administration encouraging rebellion on the part of the Iranian people to push back against their regime, that regime and that leadership?
I think what President Trump has made clear, and you heard the Secretary make clear today, is that we're with the people of Iran. Mm-hmm. You actually saw demonstrations all over Iran during the last year. You remember the Green Revolution of just a few short years ago that was put down by the Ayatollahs. Look, the people of Iran deserve better than a regime that sponsors terrorism across the region. The people of Iran deserve better than a regime that continues to focus its resources on threatening the world. So in what way would we aid that or help that or encourage that? What would we do? Well, it all began by withdrawing from the Iran nuclear deal and making it clear that we're no longer going to abide an agreement that while the focus was ultimately to delay Iran from obtaining a nuclear weapon for a period of 10 years. The reality is the underlying promise was that Iran would abandon their support of terrorism, their malign activities across the region with groups like Hezbollah, Hamas, destabilizing activities in places like Syria and Yemen, and that's the exact opposite has happened. Iran is doing more today in the region to support terrorism and to support violence than they did before the JCPOA was signed. President Trump has made it clear that we're out of the Iran nuclear deal, and we're calling on our allies across Europe to join with us in a negotiation over a new agreement that will take into account permanently banning nuclear weapons, that deals with Iran's influence in places like Yemen and, of course, Syria, deals with ballistic missiles, and ultimately will put limitations and restrictions on Iran should they continue their malign activities in support of terrorism and violence across the region.